Good morning, good morning, good morning, all of my great trade geniuses out there. Welcome back to Trade Genius Live. I am your host and the brand ambassador of the Edge Fund Prop Firm, Trend Genius, and we are in here on a Wednesday, midweek. I haven't taken any trades this week. Nice. Have sat on my hands for 2 days. So let's see what we get, and let's see who we have in the building. Mr. Cologne, good morning. 15-minute need to hit today. Let's go market, make it clean. Maybe make it happen. If not, I can wait. Absolutely. But Machete, good morning. This market keeps going the way it's going. We're going to have to bust out the red card for real, for real. Early morning risers. V. Brewer said, what's good, peeps? How y'all feeling this morning? For real, for real. Tiffany Jones, good morning. Sin, good morning. Corbs, good morning. Moodinator, good morning. Karate 357, Grand Risings, PT 702FX, good morning. Bodovan, happy trading day. Good to see you in here, brother. Jazz Rich, good morning. Mr. Osborne, good morning. You know what? Let me send out one more notification, and then we will keep it going. Bam. All right. Jerry Jack, a.k.a. Mr. Payout, in the building. Good morning. Serena, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, y'all. I don't know if y'all saw last night what the 5-0 did at around, I guess, 4:16 a.m., 1:16 my time. Mystic Flame, top of the morning. Todd, good morning, good morning. All right. Let's see here. All right, let me just make sure I'm queued up. Give it a couple more minutes. Let a couple more people flow in, and then we will audit our feelings. Hope everybody had a good evening yesterday. Once we jumped off, I ended up taking that. Was it the first reentry? I think it was the first reentry. I ended up taking the first reentry on 5 micros, trim my position at TP2, left the runner, and then the runner got stopped out. So, to Telly, good morning. JR, good morning. Edgar Martinez, good morning. Good morning. Well, let's go ahead and audit our feelings. How are y'all feeling? How y'all feeling this morning? Let's audit our feelings. Good, bad, content, determined. What we got? Let's audit our feelings. Q, Grand Risings, Grand Risings. We got 33 viewers, 14 likes. Let's get them up. Alu, good morning. Pivot Point, good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. V. Brewer said he on the mellow tip. That's what's up. Bottom said focus. Regina Beck, good morning. We auditing feelings. Let me know in the chat. One word me. How are those feelings? Let's see here what we got. Karate 357 said determined. Mystic Flame said energetic. Serena said chilling. I like that. PT70FX said 702FX said feeling good. Corbs well rested. Once again, that's what's up. That's very important. Flo Machete said good. Benjamin said passionate. I like that. Jerry Jack said great. JR said I'm tired in a good way. It's Brick. Good morning. Good morning. Since they're ready to learn, that's what's up. Hey, always being a student is always the best thing. That's what I would say. Staying a student of the game, that's the best thing going. Brighten me up a little bit. All right, let's see here. Take some of that out. All right, cool. What we got? Out of source, just got a message that my daughter left her phone and Uber in NYC. The good thing is, got the phone. That's what's up. Jonathan from Dominica. Good morning. Good morning. I responded to you in a DM. Q said I'm cool. Ali, warm in London. Yeah, I heard London's having a heat wave right now. Alu said focused. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. Me, myself, I'm feeling good. In bed early. Well, what do you know? Look who just tapped in. Got your butt up. That's what's up. I ain't had to curse you out this morning. Good morning, Trinelli. Nice. We get to start on the right side of the bed this morning. Nice. I didn't have to come in there beating the pot with the metal spoon, yelling at the top of my lungs, talking about get up. That's right. It is Trinelli's birthday month, huh? It sure is. I love it. Laser focused mind said he is laser focused. Trinelli, what's your feelings like? How you feeling this morning? Let me know. Jedwar, yo. Jedwar, yo. All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump to who we got. Jose Ariata Quest. I hope I said that right. Yo. Top of the morning. Welcome. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and, since we audited our feelings, let's go ahead and let's check news. Y'all know how we do it. Once we audit feelings, you focus as well. That's what's up, Trinelli. Cool. All right, so, no, we want to do screen share. All right, so let's get to news. We audited our feelings. Wednesday, we have FOMC meeting minutes. So don't get this confused with FOMC statement. FOMC statement is the one that's really like the big one, right? Not that this doesn't matter, but FOMC statement, that's the one that's, what I say is like, that's the one where we really don't trade on that day. I have traded on that day before if I see something on the charts, but unfortunately, most of the time, price action is always really wacky. So, but yeah, Regina Beck said, determined. That's what's up. Got my like police in there rocking. We got 49 viewers, 24 likes. Let's get the likes up. We only need 25 likes. Likes are free. Don't cost you nothing. Just a click. That's all I ask. And I'll take care of the rest. All right. So FOMC minutes today at 11 a.m. And remember, I am in LA. So it's Pacific Standard Time. Of course, this will be adjust these times according to your times. If you don't have Forex Factory, you need to get this. This is a tool. It's a tool that you need to have saved in your bookmarks, and you need to be looking at this every day. Literally, this is how you keep up on what's going on the news, and you never have to even ask anyone. You already know what's going on. You can even look. You can hit more, and you can even look ahead to the next week and see what's going on. So you can always know what's going on prior. Of course, things can change, but my point is you still have an upper hand on what's going on. All right. And we always look at this every day. All right. So FOMC minutes today, that's pretty much the only thing going on. And that's at 11. So I'm going to see what price gives us. I don't know what I'm taking, what I'm not taking today. I'm going to err on the side of caution. But other than that, yes, that's all we have going on. Let me jump back in here. It doesn't move the market as high as the other one. No, it does not. FOMC meeting minutes is still red folder, but it doesn't have, how would I say, doesn't hold the same weight as FOMC statement. So FOMC statement is really like high alert. It's still red folder, but as you stated, like it doesn't bring in as much volume. Meeting minutes doesn't bring in as much volume as FOMC statement can. Now, there are times where that could change. There are times where FOMC meeting minutes could bring in more volume than FOMC statement. It's not the norm, but remember, you don't really truly know. So always err on the side of caution. Just, you know what I mean? Maybe this might be a day you may sit out. You know what I'm saying? Or really just take a look at price action and really see what price action is doing. All right, let's go ahead on and let me jump to the 5. Let's go ahead on and let me mark this out so we can get a bias. Market is open in about 2.5 minutes. So let's mark those times out. So we're marking out 5 p.m. Remember, I'm on Pacific Standard Time Zone. So adjust these times according to your region. And then we have 11 to 2. And what are we doing here? We are marking out these. This is the cheat code on getting an idea of what we may see, what price action we may see in New York and during New York session. So this is a portion of London. This is a portion of Asia. And what are we doing is we're looking to see if London took out Asia high and or Asia low. So the first thing we need to do is identify the Asia high and Asia lows within the time frame of 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this is the highest Asia went during that time frame. This is the lowest. All right. So we can already see that London did not take out Asia highs, but it did take out Asia lows. So today we look for the market to possibly be bearish. Now, we're not married to that bias. It doesn't mean that we're going to be selling all day. It's not what that means. It just gives us an idea, a gauging point of possibly what we may see when New York opens. All right. Like I said, we're not married to that bias. So let me go ahead on and log in over here. Market is opening in less than a minute. So make sure if you're copy trading, everything is set up correctly. Make sure your lead account and your copy trader is the account that you're signed into. So just keep that in mind. I'm setting up mine now. I try to set mine up as close to open as possible, only because I've tried to get around the connection loss little issue that tends to happen sometime. So, yep. So I am getting it all in there now. And market just opened. And daily strat is invalidated. All right. So I can just go ahead and log out of this account because daily strat is invalidated. I can leave my other account up. Let's do this. Let's change this to this. Just like that. The daily is invalidated. Just like that. And that's how it works. Let me change these connections, get that out of there. Possibly we may get a 15-minute banger. I don't know. Got to check the charts and see. But I have logged out of my accounts that I take my daily on. Daily is invalidated just that quick. So let's see here what we got. And boom, boom. And that's been happening a lot lately. It's like, think 3 days in a row. Let's see here. Let me get back in the comment section. Absolutely blow machete. Josh Threats, what's good, my brother? Do you check out Real Social to catch some of Trump noise outside the Forex fact? Nah, no, I don't. I have True Social. I'm a member of it just to, see what he's tweeting or Truth Socialing. I don't know what you call it. London dumped 500 points. Yes, it did. We got previous open and low to still need to be hit. Yep. Chalk, good morning. Mr. Lee, amazing morning. Absolutely. Laser focused mind daily is invalidated. There was a lot of piano keys forming last night. LOL. Then a decent pump came this morning around 4. Yep. Hang on for the ride. For real, for real. I know Serena's already probably took care of that. Let me go. Yep. Let's see here. Let me get that straight. Back up my sister here. Boom. All right. Boom. Boom. Dang. These dailies, we have not been able to get crazy. Like, this market has been so whacked out. All right. So let me jump to the 15-minute time frame. Let's see what we got. All right. So to be able to take this trade, actually, you know what? I can log out over here and I can take it over here if it's going to happen. This way I can share it with y'all. Let me log in over here in my TradeGheenyuz accounts, because that's what I take the 15-minute banger on. All right, cool. So, yep. All right, there it is. All right, so this is the eval that I've still been working on. haven't traded it because it's been getting invalidated like crazy. So still up on it though, but we'll see. We'll see. So we need a candle flip here. We have 11 minutes, 40 seconds before that can possibly happen. And then after that, we will still need a candle close and draw down on a 5-minute. So while that's cooking, let's go ahead and get our mental muscle working. We got 64 viewers, 37 likes. Let's get the likes up, please. All we need is 27 more likes. 27 more, y'all. Just click that like button. Real easy, real simple. All right. So question of the day today is, how does slippage affect NQ futures trading, and when is it most likely to occur? How does slippage affect NQ futures trading, and when is it most likely to occur? So, slippage. Anybody want to take a stab at what slippage is? Anybody want to take a stab at what slippage is? I think I messed on True Social. It's called, what's it called? You're a moodinator. You funny. I just read that. I just saw that. Right. Same. Just in case some news comes out, if it doesn't show like it would usually on the right. Absolutely. That's funny. Morbid Drifter, good morning. Anybody want to take a stab at what slippage is? What is slippage? Slippage. Natalie Esco, good morning. God bless you as well. Thanks for tapping in. Missed you. Slippage affects your entry points due to price moving as a trade is executed. Pretty close. I know what you mean. You right on it. Britt, you right on it. Slippage when price fills beyond our limit set. You're on it. Laser focused mind. Slippage can increase our risk. Absolutely. Serena said market orders are filling so fast that there's a difference in price filled. That is pretty much right on it right there. Just what I get affected by every trade on Trade-Evade. So just look at it this way. Happy Wednesday, Ty. Thanks for tapping in. So slippage is difference. Just look at it this way. Slippage is the difference between expected fill price and the actual fill price. Meaning you set your limit order at 29,000, right? Your limit order is just there waiting. Price comes, taps in your limit order, and you get filled at 28,996, 4 points below where your limit order was. Or you get filled at 29,004 or 29,005. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's the It's the expected fill. It's the difference between what your expected fill was and then where price actually where like the trade actually got you in. You know what I'm saying? And that happens sometimes, right? We talk about that. We talk about how that just can happen. It's something that we deal with a lot of times. It's most common during like news, market open, and also low liquidity. Why? I don't know why it happens. I just know that it happens. That is the $1 million question. If volume, let's say volume is going real fast, like that candle volume is real fast, and it hits your limit order, you get you tapped in, but it doesn't fill you at that exact price that you were at. It fills you at another price. So slippage will be the difference of that. So once again, like let's do it again. So let's say your limit order is set at 29,000, right? Price comes through and it fills you at 29,004. So slippage would be those 4 points between where you had your limit order and when you actually got filled. It's the difference between that. So slippage on that trade would have been, on your entry would have been 4 points. That's just what it is. The cool thing about slippage is slippage is cool when you get, when it happens and you're filled, let's say you're in a buy. Let's say you have a limit order for a sell. For a buy, right? And slippage happens, and you get filled in below your limit order, your entry. That's cool, because what that does is that decreases your risk. But when if you're in a buy, if you have a limit order set for a buy and you get filled above your entry, then that's going to increase your risk. That's the ones that I don't like. Of course, well, none of us will like them, but I'm saying that's the ones that I don't like. I don't mind if we have slippage and it fills and I get filled. If I'm in a buy, I get filled below my entry, because all it did was decrease my risk and actually increase my reward by those 4 points, which will be what? 16 ticks, right? So 16 ticks is a lot if you think about it, depending on how many contracts you're trading. So look at it that way. The best way to minimize slippage is using limit orders. Now, it doesn't mean that it won't happen, but like the term I just used, minimize. You will never minimize slippage if you're market ordering, meaning you're just hitting a button like buy or sell and you're just getting in at market order price. Because remember, when you do that, price is still moving in whatever direction that it's moving. So when you hit buy or sell as a market order, like when you're just pressing buy or sell and you're getting in a trade at market price, meaning whatever price market is at that current moment, what tends to happen there is that you have to remember price is still moving, right? And even though we press the button, let's say we think we're getting in right at the price point when we press the button, it doesn't work like that, because you have to remember when we're on TradingView or wherever platform we're trading on, that order still has to go through the system and it has to initiate, even though I know it happens in like nanoseconds, milliseconds, right? It happens very quickly, but still, price is still moving, whether that's up or down. So with market ordering, you probably 90-something% of the time will never get the price that, when you looked at price and you saw price at whatever price point it was and you hit buy or sell, you're never going to get that market order at that price. Pretty much never. Now, would it possibly happen? Yeah, it could possibly happen. But more times than none, you're not going to get it that way. Limit orders are the best way to minimize that. And even with limit orders, there's still to be some issues there. But with limit orders, I would say more times you will get filled at the exact price point that you chose on that limit order versus not. So limit orders would be the way to minimize that. And also too, like if we're in let's say it's news going on, that means the candles are super high volume, super volatile. Even on those, you're going to get slippage. You'll even can get slippage when price hits your TP. Yeah. And you're thinking that you have your order set, like let's say you have your order set at 29,160, your TP, right? And if price is moving very, very fast and it hits your TP, I guarantee you it's not going to close your trade out at 29,160. It's probably going to close it out like 29,165, 29,164. And if it's going very fast, it could even close it out at 29,170. Like it could be 5 to 10 points more depending on how much momentum and how volatile that candle is. It's just the way that it is, because once again, remember, when price hits these orders, the order still has to go through the system and initiate the exit, right? On TP, and same thing on an entry. It has to initiate the entry. So with that stated, there always can be some differences in there when we have high volume candles. So just keep that in mind. That's just the way the system is. There's no way to get around it. That's just a part of trading. So yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. 1 second, y'all. I responded back. Lou, I responded back. Let's see here. Let me go back in here. Let me just see. You think you are getting in at one price, but yep. Jay Boogie, that's correct. Slippage affects your position on limit orders and happens during, that's very true. When price moves crazy true. Blunt machete, when market is moving fast, and there's pressure entry edges due to high volume and speed of, absolutely. Kick Rocks, good morning, my brother. I'm only 2 full months in training. Can't wait to be able to answer these questions like my sis. Coming for that #1 spot. That's the benefit of limit orders. Absolutely. Rebor says, sure enough, that candle is running. Yes, it is. We got about 1 minute and 30 some seconds. I don't think that we're going to get a 15-minute banger. You will get here, keep showing up and lock in. Yep. As what Serena said. Man, I messed bad. Aiden Bowman, what's good? I'm sure it says we ain't going to. Yep. So that's pretty much what slippage is. Real simple. Something that we all need to, we need to be mindful of, because it happens and you'll see it. You'll notice it, especially when you become a limit order trader. I wasn't a limit order trader initially. I was a market order trader, but my big brother definitely got my mind right and got me to be a limit order trader. Even though when I was bucking a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. That's just because I was ignorant. You know what I'm saying? And ignorance is innocent to some degree. And I was in my head telling me, I don't like limit ordering. Like, what you mean you don't like it? That don't make no sense. Like, I had to check myself. Like, what you mean you don't like it? How can you not like something when you're new at something? You don't even know nothing to not like anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could I not like something? You know what I mean? That's what I had to check myself. What it was is I was just used to doing that, and I had to get out of those ways of, I'm a creature of habit. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick, because 15-minute banger is about to get invalidated. 10 seconds, I don't think this candle will flip in 10 seconds. Anything could happen, but I doubt it. 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. 15-minute banger is invalidated. All right, cool. I can go ahead and log out of this account, because I won't be trading that. And that's that. All right, so we move on. The 3rd day in a row. It's been crazy. But anyway, so yeah, I had to all right, just sending out this message to one of our beautiful community members here. Just want to make sure I get her straight. All right, cool. I just responded back. All right, cool. So, yeah. So limit orders is pretty much where it's at. And even with limit orders, you're still not going to, how would I say, you're still not going to beat slippage, but it's the closest thing to controlling your entries than market ordering, because that's pretty much the only thing that you can do is a limit order or market order. There's no other way that you can enter trades. Now, I know there's a short position tool and a long position tool, and there's also the little plus sign on the side of the screen by the price column that you guys see me get in. I add my limit order, I'll add my TP, I'll add my stop loss, but it's still limit orders and market orders. That's all that it is. I recommend everyone be a limit order trader. Now, if you are trading like HSS, I think that's market order, I believe, because it's scalping. But I know any kind of scalping strategy is most likely going to be a market order. Other than that, most other things will be pretty much almost other strategies will be a limit order. That'll be the best way to trade it. Let's see here what we got. Latoya Robinson, welcome, welcome, welcome. Top of the morning to you as well. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. Let's see here. I blew my account 2 weeks ago, so I logged on to start trading after a terrible day. And when I go to look at the market to see highs and lows, it tells me the account got disabled. I've been beating myself. Now, you can't beat yourself up. So let's talk about that. So remember, in trading, there are no feelings. There are no emotions. Remember that. Remember that it goes for everybody, me included. Everybody on this call, anybody that wants to be a trader, just remember, there are no emotions in trading. None. Literally, no emotions. Remember, blowing accounts is part of the game. It's part of the game. I have over 200 blown accounts, close to 300 blown accounts. No cap. Yeah. Did I look bothered? Do I look worried? Just being honest, that comes with the territory. Now, how I got up to that amount, because I was copy trading 20 accounts at a time. So when I was blowing one, I was blowing 20. That's how I got up there so quick. It wasn't like I was blowing one at a time. When I blew one account, I was blowing 20 because I was copy trading 20 accounts. So if I blew 10 accounts, I blew 200 accounts. Because as I stated, I was copy trading 20. But the point is this: it's not the amount of accounts. It's the point. The point I'm trying to make is that that's part of the game. Blowing accounts comes with it. It comes with it. So with that stated, you can't beat yourself up. First of all, the main thing is what we have to understand is that there are no emotions, and anytime that we have a trade that goes against us, a non-profitable trade, that is considered a business expense. Remember, trading is your business. This ain't Vegas. This ain't gambling. This is serious. Trading is your business. And anyone that owns a business has business expenses. Period. There's no other way around it. And maybe that's some of the, how would I say, the concepts that maybe some people don't understand. But if you're going to be a trader, then you understand that trading is your business. It's your business. And when you're in your business, you're supposed to have a professional attitude. You're supposed to show up with business acumen. Think about that, right? And if you have a business, that means what? You got bills. If you have a brick and mortar, you got rent, you got lights, you have water, you have possibly garbage, you have maybe security system, you have labels, jars. I don't know if you're providing a service, if you're selling products, you have brochures, you have business cards, you have expenses. And in trading is no different. The only difference is that our business expenses are non-profitable trades and blown accounts and subscriptions, FX Replay, purchasing that prop firm account, having your subscription to TradingView, paying for your data. Those are your business expenses. So when you have a profitable trade, your businesses did what? It just generated some revenue for that day. That's it. And there's no wins and losses. Sometimes I know you guys hear me say wins and losses, but once again, it's just the sake of conversation. But from a trading perspective, there's no wins and losses. There's profitable trades and non-profitable trades, and that's it. And no feelings. When you're trading, you're supposed to have a poker face. Anyone ever seen a poker competition? You ever seen a poker game between professional poker players? or even amateur poker players. They all sitting there like they're about to go to a funeral, literally. Like they got this look on their face and you don't know what's going on with them. No emotions, no feelings. And with that stated, once you understand that, then there's no reason to beat yourself up. Remember, your blown accounts, those non-profitable trades, do not define who you are as a person. It's just part of your business, and you have to learn how to separate the two. But the first thing you got to do is you got to understand that there's no feelings and no emotions. Period. That got to get thrown out the window. Ain't no sympathy in trading. Ain't no awe. Ain't no none of that. There's no feelings, no emotions. Period. And I cannot stress that anymore. And I'm saying it very stern and very forceful because I'm trying to make sure I plant this seed and this seed sticks. There are no emotions. Period. I don't care what just happened. I don't care if you was about to get a $10,000 payout and you blew the account. Hey, that's a part of trading. Yeah, you're not going to like the way it feels, but guess what? You got to suck it up and move on. Because if you allow those emotions to seep into your brain like that and you start beating yourself up, what do you think you're doing for your psychology on the next trade? What about if we're at 90, where are we at? 96 episodes, I think now. We're in like 90 something episodes. And let's say you've been rocking with me pretty much the whole time and you've been building up your trading psychology, because we work on that pretty much every day in here. And then you allow one trade or a blown account or a situation to happen, or a week or something of, some non-profitable trades, or you blew some accounts. Now, all of that trading psychology that you've been building on, you just burned it up, and you're going to be starting over again. Think about that. It's very important that you understand that you have to know how to be great at trades going against you. There's a book called The Best Loser Wins. That's trading. You got to be good at losing, meaning understanding how to deal with trades that go against you, understanding how to deal with when you blow accounts. It's nothing. It's literally a trade goes against you. Oh well, you journal it, and you see possibly what went wrong. Sometimes it might not be nothing. Perfect price action, perfect setup. You were disciplined. Your trade setup. You waited. You got the right entry. You got a good fill. You had proper risk reward, and the trade still goes against you. What do you do in those cases? Nothing. It comes with the territory. You just move on to the next trade. You just make sure that you journal it. That's it. And you move on to the next trade like it never happened. That's trading. So beating yourself up over some blown accounts, that's not being a trader. That's being a gambler. That's what gamblers do. That's people that go to Vegas. They put some money on the line, a lot of money on the line. They lose it and they walk away. They pissed off. They're angry. They need to go have a drink, like all that stuff. That's not trading. That's gambling. And you got to figure out who are you? Are you a gambler or are you a trader? Because if you're a gambler, you're not going to make it very long, and you're not going to make it very far, and your career won't last very long in the trading space. So just keep that in mind. No emotions, no feelings at all. And you have to understand that you have to separate your personal life from your trading life. They do not go together. I can tell you that right now. They do not go together. They are totally separate. Literally, totally separate. It's a whole different, it's like, it's two different ends of the spectrum. The way you conduct yourself in your personal life and the way you conduct yourself in your business. Think about that. There's a lot of things if you're a business owner, right? There's a lot of things you got to suck up. If you have an irate customer in there, what are you going to do? Are you going to be irate with them? No, you got to do what? You have to exercise professionalism. You have to exercise business acumen. You got to protect yourself, but you got to get on the phone. You got to call the police, or you got to go get security, and you got to get them out of there. Because remember, you got other customers in there too. So you can't be up in there cutting up. You have to exercise that professionalism. It's the same thing on the trading charts. And the best thing I can say is you got to maintain integrity. And the reason why I use the word integrity is because integrity is what? Doing the right thing when nobody is looking. So when you are sitting in front of your trading chart and no one is around, ain't no cutting up because a trade didn't go in your favor or whatever. It's not about being right. That's the other thing too. You have to understand. You have to learn that when you take trades, it's not about being right. That's all the feelings and emotions. That's why you have to cut all of that out. Literally, no feelings, no emotions. No dang, no, none of that. Even if you have a profitable trade, you're not going to be running around the house screaming at the top of your lungs, yeah, I did it, fist bump, fist pumping. That's not how it works. You got to remain stoic. That's the word that I always use. If you look up the word stoic, it's exactly the way that you need to maintain yourself and have self-control when a trade goes against you or if it's profitable. Got to remain stoic. It's the same thing with both. Trade, I don't care if you hit 10 bands. It's okay to be like, nice, but then you move on. Literally, just like that, you move on. Same thing. If a trade goes against you, you're like, okay, cool, whatever. You move on. It works the same both ways. No emotions. Let me get back in here. Yeah, we don't do that. Now, a lot of us have not been trading that long, Aiden, and even if we have, regardless, that it's still a thing that you have to work on. I know when you've not been trading that long that it takes a little bit longer to get. I get that, but remember, you're building your foundation. In trading, you have to build a solid foundation. It's like a house. If your foundation is messed up, when you start building on top of that, that house is going to start sinking somewhere. The backside going to start sinking, the side, the front, you're going to have to start cracking your walls because your foundation was shot. So you got to build the proper foundation. And even regardless to the fact that you haven't been trading that long, that's still no excuse to not accept the fact. And I'm not saying that you're making excuses. We're talking, right? Just generally, because it's for everyone as well. It's also understanding that you still have a responsibility to yourself and to your business. Trading is your business. So when you understand that responsibility falls in your lap, then you also understand that that responsibility means what? Trade goes against you, it's cool. It doesn't matter that you're blowing accounts. Everyone's blowing accounts. That's nothing. Literally. Juvier lost 60 bands in 2 weeks. Think about that. You just lost 2 accounts. Think about that. 60 bands in 2 weeks. Like 60,000 of his dollars. Think about that. So you have to take the responsibility and understand that, okay, I lost 2 accounts. Let me make sure I'm building on my psychology. That's what's important. Just keep that in mind. Miss Bossy B, hey. Yep, it's integrity. It's 1,000%. Absolutely. What Blunt Machete said. We'll put it on screen. That right there. Got to manage your risk. You got to understand. You have to take responsibility. Understand something's going on while you blew those 2 accounts. It wasn't the market that blew them. You blew the accounts. That's why I'm saying that's why there's no emotions. That's why there's no feelings. That's why you have to exercise integrity. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we're teaching in here. That's what this community is built on. This is what's going to get you to be a consistent, profitable trader if that's what you're trying to do. Now, if that ain't what you're trying to do, then I guess, you know what I mean? Then my words won't mean anything. But if you're really truly in here and you really want to be a consistent, profitable trader and you want to live off this and eat off this because you can, you know what I'm saying? Then you have to understand that there's responsibility that comes with it. That's all. That's all that it is. Fist bumping Casper. Y'all too funny. Got to get on the road. Have a great day, family. All right, Britt, have a great day. Yeah, that's another thing too, not being greedy. So many things that you got to work on. We have to work on. Like a lot of those things. Just keep that in mind. It's all good. Just keep trying, Aiden. Just keep trying. Just keep trying. Just keep trying. Keep trying to get in. You'll eventually get in. Just keep trying. Yep. Man, there's times where I had passed my 20 evals on Apex, paid the $100 per account for the activation fee. That was 2 bands, and blew them the first day. The first day I traded them, blew them. Yeah. Guess what? I ain't let that deter me. I wasn't pissed off. I was like, dang, I blew these accounts. It's like, all right, whatever. Next. And I got better at next. Now, I don't know if anyone ever seen me. Some of you guys see me on stream. Trade goes against me. I'm down 500, 613 accounts. Y'all already see my face. You don't see me over here stressing, or I don't have anything on my face that's making me look like I'm not handling. Like, it is what it is. I just move on. Literally. I just make sure that I journal it and then I move on. That's all I can do. Can't do nothing else. And just try to figure out what I did, what I didn't do. You know what I'm saying? What I could have done better. And sometimes there's times where you can't do anything better. And there's some times when you can. But the main thing is no emotions. And you'll get there. For real, for real. Serena, be good. All right, I hope everything is cool. Yep, right here. Blunt Machete, boy, you on it today. Each one of our stories are unique to ourselves. Granted, we all have to start somewhere, but with discipline, conscious, and risk management, stuff will start to work. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Absolutely. And just understand, you're going to blow accounts. Trades are going to go against you. That is a part of the game. It doesn't define you as a person. It doesn't define you as a trader. You have to make sure you separate that and understand that it don't mean you suck. It just means you got work to do. That's it. That's it. And have a good attitude. Don't have pessimistic thoughts. Seriously. Because having pessimistic thoughts, that's what? That's feelings again. That's emotions again. Can't have that. So just keep that in mind. Like, this is very, very good right here. People, y'all should screenshot this and put that somewhere. Literally, you should screenshot what Blunt Machete said and put it somewhere. I don't know, put it on your phone. Make a little widget and put it on your phone so you could just read it every day. It's great information. For real, for real. This is like, you can't say it no better than this. This is what it is. This is trading. It's not like anything else in your life. Literally. It's one of the only things that I've come to realize in life where you have to, I hate to use the word, but it's the best way that I can explain it. You have to lose money before you make money. It's just what it is. And that's crazy, right? Because you think like as hard as you may be studying, back testing, doing all of those things, you know what I mean? But you're still going to come out in the red at the beginning. You got to be red before you're green. And another thing too, like, be honest with yourself. If you're blowing accounts, ask yourself, what strategy are you trading? Have you back tested that strategy? Like, you got to be honest with yourself. Because you can come in any chat, anywhere, this chat, Discord chat, and say all these different things, but only you really truly know what you're doing. So make sure you're just being honest with yourself, because that's really what matters. It's not about what you say in the comment section. It's about, what are you really truly doing? Can you look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I have not back tested this strategy. I have not put in the work. And guess what? I can't expect no results. It's just the way that it works. And that you have to understand that. Yep, that's life. Top tier Jada. Absolutely. That's life, right? And it's the same concept in here. Absolutely. Don't never debate coming here, man. Jump in here. That's the whole reason why we're in here. We're in here because we want to build on our psychology. Got to have a positive attitude. Yep. And at 19, bro, you're still really, really young. I wish I picked up trading at 19. You know what I mean? Now I know it probably would have been a lot. What I can say is, like, if you're picking up trading like in your 30s, and I'll say any age after your 30s, it may be a little bit less difficult because you've been through some stuff, right? And then 30, you think a lot different than you do when you were 19, no matter who you are, right? So, but still, even with that said, I still would have loved to have picked this up when I was 19 years old. I'm sure I wouldn't have even went to school and got a master's degree. I wouldn't have even went to college. I'd have been grinding right here with this, working on my discipline. You know what I mean? Working on really making this work. But at the end of the day, you're good. I'm gonna be honest with you, Aiden. You're right where you're supposed to be, though. You may not look at it that way, but you're right where you're supposed to be from a trading perspective. Like, you're right where you're supposed to be. You blew a couple accounts, like, that's normal. Literally, that's normal at the beginning. And then, like I said, you got to be honest with yourself. Whatever strategies that you're trading, did you back test those strategies going back 3 years? Did you also demo trade that strategy or those strategies for 2 to 3 months before you went live? Like, if you didn't do those things, then you can only expect blown accounts. That's just being honest. You should be able to text me, and you should be able to DM me on Discord. All you gotta do is just go find my name. I don't know if you're in, oh, that's right, you're not in the circle. I know you're in TF. Just go into TF Discord. You can go into the announcement sections because I post in the announcement sections. Click on my name, Trend Genius. A message box will open up, and then just send me a message in that message box, and then we're connected in DM. Real easy. Yep. C-Dub, exactly. Blummer Shay said, I'm trying to save the world at 19. For real. C-Dub, we had that talk too, right? If we had picked this up a lot sooner, right? Man. But at the end of the day, like, it's not to come down on yourself. That's the point that I'm making. Like, don't beat yourself up. Don't do that. That's not going to help you. No one. Don't beat yourself up. I don't care who it is. Do not beat yourself up because a trade didn't go the way you thought it would, or you blew some accounts. I'm serious. You got to have that oh well attitude. Like, oh well, next. Now, when I say oh well, it doesn't mean that you don't care to get better. It's just you don't care about what just happened. And I want to make sure that have that fine line. Like me, I'm always like, I don't care. It is what it is. It doesn't mean like I don't care that I'm just taking frivolous entries. No, I'm taking my strategies. I'm exercising my discipline. I'm making sure I'm not over leveraging. I'm making sure that my risk is good. I'm doing all of those things. But if the trade goes against me at that point, I don't care. I truly don't. I don't care. It's whatever. Next trade. That's where I'm at. Next trade. If I blow an account, oh well. Next account. Literally. Like that is the ideology. That is the mindset. Like, who cares? What is it gonna do? It's done. It's over. Move on. Like I said, just make sure you Google it. Make sure you journal it. So this way you have an account of what's going on. You always want to have the analytics. So at the end of the week, you can read your journal and you can understand what's going on. That'll prep you for the next week. Maybe you are entering too soon. Maybe you are over leveraging, meaning you're going in on too many contracts. Maybe you are not calculating the amount of risk. If you're not calculating your risk, it can be easy to over leverage because the way that you manage your risk is through your leverage, meaning through your contracts. Maybe you're trading minis and you shouldn't be. No one on this call should be trading minis. You should be trading micros, period. I don't care what the coaches do. They're a coach for a reason. You should be trading micros until you build up to that. I still trade micros. And I've been doing this for a little over 2 years now. And I still trade micros. Yes. And guess what? I eat off micros. Period. Don't sleep on micros. Telling you, do not sleep on micros. Micros will get you paid, but at the same time, allow you to manage your risk very well. Because in micros, 5 micros is a $2.50 tick value. And then you can add that if you have a 200 tick stop loss, meaning the price between your entry and your stop loss, 200 ticks times $2.50. What's that? That's a $600 risk. That might be a little too much, but on micros, you can scale it down and go with 3 contracts and it'd be a $1.50 tick value. And now you just turn that into a $300 risk, which is what? That's much more doable. And that's much more sustainable. That also allows you to what? Live to trade another day. You're protecting your capital. That's being professional. That's not gambling. Think about that. That's why micros are so good. You can't do that with one mini. That one mini, you're locked into that $5 tick value. You're locked into that $20 point value. You can't change that. That's a lot. Like, get on demo and trade minis, and then get on demo and trade micros, and then you'll be like, oh, I see what trend is saying. That thing moves way too volatile when I'm on minis versus when I'm on micros. Micros is more easy. It's more simpler. It's more control. Your risk is in a better place, and that's the main thing, that part. Be Brewer, be good. Sister Sneehall. Oh, got you. My bad. Yep, less caring keeps the anxiety monster away for the most part. Absolutely. Cool. All right, so let's move on to tip of the day. And then we'll get out of here. Tip of the day today is treat the lunch hour, meaning 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern, as a low priority trading window, not a hunting ground. If y'all notice, I always tell y'all, I don't even trade like right around, where we at? Like right around 10:45, 10:30, 10:45 my time. If I haven't gotten the trade at that time, I'm done for the day. Of course, today, both of my strategies were invalidated, so I'm done for the day. But absolutely. Moving house, so unable to. Good morning, family. I'm moving house, so unable to join calls in this week. Oh, okay, so you're moving to Modesto. That's what's up. You're moving closer. He said, that's when I eat lunch. Treat lunch hour as a low priority trading window, not a hunting ground. The reason being is because volume drops significantly around this time. You get choppy price action, low volume, and setups fail more often during this time. I don't trade during this time. Something that my mentor, my big brother, taught me: stay away from lunch. Period. Like, don't even trade. That's the cutoff. My cutoff time is, like I said, 10:45-ish, right around that time. Oh, excuse me, that's not true. Like, 10:45 Eastern. Like in about 30 minutes from now. Like, that's usually my cutoff time. It's 7:16 Pacific time, and I'm just corresponding that to Eastern time. So right now it's 10:16 Eastern time. If my trades have not been invalidated and nothing sets up between now and like I said, by like 10:45 Eastern, 10:30 Eastern, I'm done for the day. I'm not trading anything outside of that. I'm good. I'm done. No reason for me to be in the market. I understand how it works. I understand my strategies. Like, I understand all of that. So there's no reason for me to be in the market. Now, my charts are up. but I'm logged out of my accounts. Now that I do, I leave my charts up. I just like to see what's going on. I just like to not that I'm sitting here watching it, but I'm saying like I'm moving around my house doing things, and I'll just dip my head and look over my screen and be like, oh, okay, and just see what NQ did. That's how I keep up on the characteristics of it. I want to know what it's doing. I don't have to be locked into the screen, but like I said, I just keep my charts up and see what it's doing. If I'm gone, meaning like if I leave the house, I just pull it up on my phone if I just want to see. Doesn't mean that I have it on my phone, I'm constantly looking at it. No. Periodically, I'll just take a sneak peek. It might be a couple of hours. And I'll look, oh, what'd it do? Oh, let me check it out. Or let's say the market closed and I haven't looked at it since I was looking at it this morning, in the morning. And I'll just check, let me see what it did. And I'll go back and I'll just check it out. Like, okay, did that. All right, cool. And that's just what it is. And speaking back on lunch hour, meaning we're talking, when we say 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern, we're talking about Wall Street lunch hour, stock market lunch hour, their lunch hour. Many professional traders don't trade at this time. They shut it down between 11:30 Eastern and 1 p.m. Eastern. They know. And if you feel that you need, if you got to trade during lunch, just be smart. Cut your size in half. You know what I'm saying? Take base hits. Tighten your targets, pretty significantly. That's what you want to do. Remember, it's just a little tip. That's all it is. Yeah, Merced. I remember, I don't know if I said Modesto, didn't mean to say that, but I know Merced, yep, you're definitely super close. That's what's up. That'll be cool. Really, really cool. Set alerts to keep yourself informed on what's going on in charts. Absolutely. You can also do that. You can not be in a trade and you can just set an alert. Like if price gets to a certain level, it'll alert you and you can just check it. Let's say there's a reversal zone or a support level or a resistance level. You can do that. You said, am I going to do it live? What do you mean, Latoya? Talk to me, my sister. What you mean? Something you need me to show you? But yeah, so just keep that in mind on lunch hour. Like, no need to be trading during that time. And if you do, like I said, cut your risk in half, tighten up your targets, or the best thing I would say is sit out. At 10 to 5, 10:05. I'm not sure what you mean, Latoya. What did I say? Doing a trade. Oh. No, I don't trade at that time. So with my strategies, usually with my strategies, I don't trade at 10 to 5. Yeah, I don't trade. I think I'm following you correctly. Yeah, I don't trade at that time. So what I was saying is like, so market opens, because I'm in LA, market opens for me at 6:30, but of course that's 9:30 Eastern. So if I don't, with my strategies, like today, both of my strategies were invalidated, right? So of course I couldn't trade them because they were invalidated today. The two strategies, I trade 4 strategies in the morning. One of them is like a unicorn. It doesn't really set up. It doesn't come around that often. And I haven't seen it in a while, literally. The other 3, one of the other 3 comes around here and there, but there's 2 that are 2 solid strategies that I trade pretty much every day. And those were invalidated. Usually those are going to show themselves between market open for me at 6:30 a.m. to possibly about now. Think about the market's been open for a little bit less of an hour, about 51 minutes. So usually my strategies are going to show themselves at that time. Let's say that I still have an opportunity, like one of them didn't get invalidated and I still have an opportunity to take it. If it doesn't set up by like 7:45 my time, LA time, or 10:45 Eastern, then I'm totally done for the day. Just because I've been trading NQ only and I know this pair pretty well based on characteristics, and I know that the best volume to trade my strategies are going to be during that 1 hour window, that 1 hour and 15-minute window, meaning 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern to about 10:45 Eastern or 7:45 Pacific. That's usually my time. So, how do you know where to put support and resistance zones? So yeah, Latoya. So that is pretty much, you know what I mean, like what I do. So today, if my strategies would have set up, if you were on stream, you definitely would have seen me take the strategy. And when I do, I always explain what I did, what it is, where my stop loss was. I totally give the whole strategy structure. So just keep tapping in with me, or with us, I should say. And, you know what I mean? We'll definitely get you there. I don't know how long you've been trading, but here I focus on a lot of psychology, because psychology is very, very important, because profits and payouts are a byproduct of what we do. I preach being a process-driven trader, not a profit-driven trader, because without process, there are no profits. You know what I'm saying? So with that stated, that's just pretty much that's the concept of trading. Everything is psychology. So, but yeah. So Aiden, to answer your question, you said, how do you support and resistance? So check this out. So I'm gonna show you right now where you can find that. I don't trade support and resistance, but I know where you can get it. So you're gonna go to YouTube. You're gonna go to Juvier Gems. And you're going to go to, matter of fact, you want me to see? Okay, yeah, that's what's up. I'll definitely do it. Like she said, I'm a newbie. That's what's up. We all had to be a newbie somewhere. Somebody, I mean, not somebody, but everyone had to be a newbie at some point. So, Blunt, do you have that? Yes, Alu. Blunt, don't you have that? Were you the one that dropped that 45-minute support and resistance video? I think that was you. If not, who was that dropped that last week? Could you drop that in the comment section for Aiden? I know it was a Juvier video. I just don't know which one it was. I know one of y'all dropped it. I don't remember who dropped it. If one of y'all could drop it, whoever dropped it last week, that'll be great. Let me see. Let me go to videos. See if I can possibly find it. Let's see here. Right here. Here's one, Aiden. This one right here, support and resistance strategy. That's like 13 minutes, but I know there's like a 45-minute one. But if you just go through here and just look through, you'll find it. Looking, thank you, Laser. I think it might have been Laser Focus Mind. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. We'll get it for you, Aiden. No, it wasn't. Okay, my bad, Blunt. I think it was Laser Focus Mind. I just know y'all keep a lot of organization with here. Yeah. I'm with you, Blunt. I'm with you. I know y'all keep a lot of organization in the chat, so I always like. Anna. Let's see here. But you definitely, this is what I would say. You can start here. That's the 45-minute. Yes. Laser focused mind. Yes. I think it was laser. I think it was laser focused mind. I think it was. It may have been T Pruitt too. I'm not sure. But Aiden, you can just go to Juvier Gems. You can start with this one right here. This little 13-minute one. And then I know laser focused mind will definitely he'll find it. I know y'all do. Y'all always take care. That's why I always like lean on y'all, because I like y'all be on it. Straight up. That's why this community is so amazing. But yeah, I would say Aiden, just start here. Support and resistance. Just start there. And then as you're going through these, you may find it. It was this guy. Laser focus mind. It's so funny. It was you. Now that I think about it, I know you. I was like, one of them dropped it. Y'all always like the bright spots in my brain because y'all be giving it. Not that there aren't any other ones in here, but I'm saying y'all are one of the bright spots in the community. Y'all too. But yeah, so that's all you need. Aiden, go over this, study it, and if you just stick with like everything that Juvier has going on in here, like because he trades support and resistance, you're gonna find a lot of support and resistance stuff. So just like I said, just stick in here and right here it is right here. I found it. I got it. Okay, why it's not copying? There you are, Aiden. There it is right there. That's the 45-minute support and resistance full course. Yep. Of course, bro. I know y'all do. Ain't no question in my mind. Been binging on all videos, mainly support and resistance strategy. Yeah, absolutely. But there it is, Aiden. That's all you need right here. If you want to trade support and resistance, Juvier's your guy, literally. And that doesn't mean you can't dip in here, because in here you're gonna get a lot of trading psychology. You're gonna get a lot of that in here. So other than that, yeah. Yep. Thank you, Blunt. Appreciate you. Latoya, what community are you in? Are you in the Edge Funder Discord, the Inner Circle Discord, or both? You're welcome, bro. That's what we're here for, man. Yeah, absolutely. Don't rush to get another account. That's what's up. Vibe King. That's what's up. You're welcome, brother. Anytime. Put that up on stream. You're welcome. Anytime. That's what I'm here for. Edge Funder. Okay, cool. Yep. You're welcome, brother. Anytime. Just wanted to put that up there. Just to let y'all know it's about discipline. It's not me about I ain't trying to get the accolade. I mean, it's cool. And, brother is very, very gracious. And I definitely appreciate that wholeheartedly. But it's all about trying to let y'all know that it's about discipline. Discipline. That's what it's about. Latoya, when you get a chance, DM me, and I'm gonna give you some literature and stuff, like, just to get you going. Like, just some things that you need, like the okay, so there's two communities. So the Edge Funder Discord, that is the Edge Funder, it's a prop firm that was co-founded by Juvier and Scalp God. And then the Inner Circle is our prestigious community. I got your prop firm account, being nervous about running out. The Inner Circle is a prestigious community that you have to pay to get into that community. Of course, the Edge Funder Discord is free, right? But that's a prop firm community. And then, like I said, the Inner Circle is a trading community. You pay. It's a membership. I don't know what it costs, but it's where you would have to go through an interview process and then be selected. There also have to be slots available. So that's pretty much how it works to get Inner Circle. So Inner Circle is Juvier's. That's his baby. The Inner Circle is his baby. And in there, you have coaches. I'm in there. I'm a moderator. I'm a trainer. I'm a guide in there. In the Edge Funder Discord, I'm a coach, and I'm the brand ambassador of the Edge Funder prop firm. So, but both of them are linked together. You know what I mean? There are two different businesses, two different entities, but they are married in the regard of, all the working parts and all of that stuff. All the moving parts and all of that stuff. Cool. But yeah, so and anybody else that's new, DM me, Latoya as well, and I will send y'all some literature. Like there's some things you guys need to read, like the Candlestick Bible, like just things to like get you going. I can give you like a small little roadmap, and I also do mentorships as well. So just keep that in mind. You know what I mean? But you got to start somewhere, and you got to start with the right foundation. That's for everybody. And anyone that's done a one-on-one with me, they know as well, like it's about foundation. It's about building. And every step of the roadmap is to build on what you started previously. So every time you go through a step, you're just building and building and building and building. And that's pretty much how you want to go about your trading career. And you gotta work in steps. You know what I mean? There's platforms, there's data, there's so many things that you have to understand to get you going. And that's going to take a good 3 to 5 months just to get everything in front of you. At least that's what it took me. And I was home every day to eat, sleep, pooping, trading. So just keep that in mind. Like it's not going to happen like overnight. You got to stay the course, and it's going to take some time. But if you put the time in, I guarantee you will see the results. You know, you gotta grind. You got to put in the work. And my job is to lead you to that. I will lead you to the information. I will show you what you need to do, show you where you need to start. I was blessed enough where I had a coach and mentor, and I only had one. So I didn't bounce around the strategies. I didn't bounce around to different people, and he got me right. So that's why I'm able to be in this position where I'm at and do what I'm doing, being a little over 2 years of my career. So always DM me on Discord. Always DM me on Discord. And for anyone. No. The inner circle is a, like I said, it's not an application. There has to be openings, slots available. He doesn't just let everybody just come into the inner circle. You can't go to a website and pay for a membership in the inner circle. Like you have to be watching his videos, and then on one of his videos, he'll tell you, hey, there's some slots available. Click the link. And then when you click the link, there's still no guarantee that you're going to get in. You got to click the link, be accepted, and then you go through an interview process. And then during that interview process, you're onboarding, then you'll know. Yeah, but always DM me on Discord. Everyone. And it's easy. So the easiest way to do it is if you're in TEF, you can go to the announcements tab, and you'll see in the announcements where I put my announcements for the live stream every morning. Just click on my name, click on TradeGheenyuz, and a message box will open. You can just DM me there, say, yo, Trend, what's good? This is, whoever. I'm a newbie. Can you help guide me, lead me, whatever the case may be. And then we can just go from there. But always in Discord, because that's pretty much what I'm in the most, and it keeps me from having to, go through different platforms trying to keep up with all the messages. But that's all you got to do. Everybody, anyone on the call, newbie, not newbie, it doesn't matter. That's the best way to contact me, and I'm here. Like I'm here to help. That's what I'm here. The whole point of this stream is I wanted to make sure I touch the person who just got into trading, don't know nothing, to get you ready to show up on the charts to take your first trade. That's my audience. That's who I target, because I know how hard it was when I was a newbie, and there's a lot of things that I didn't know, and some things I had to figure out. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand that. And there's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving parts in trading. So just keep that in mind. Cool. That's what's up. I'll definitely get back to you. Absolutely. My Discord link. So if you're in Grift Hard, if you're in the, so if you're in TEF or in a circle, it don't matter. All you got to do is just if you're in TEF, go to the announcement sections, click on my name, and then boom, you're good. If you're in the inner circle, same thing. Just go in there, find my name somewhere. You'll know I have the astronaut helmet. That's my logo. It's my TradeGheenyuz, the little astronaut helmet with the chart graph on my face mask. Just find my name, click it, and then a message box will open, and then boom, then you're in there. That's how you get me. And I'm Trend. That's right. Thank you, C-Dub. I appreciate that. Yeah, Trade Genius is the channel. Trend Genius is my name. I'm the host. So Trade Genius is the channel. Trend Genius is me, the host. What is a trading vault? Is that different from the inner circle? The trading vault? Oh, you're talking about the Genius Vault? That's you found it? That's what's up. What's up, Grifter Hard? That's what's up. If you're talking about the Genius Vault, that is my membership. That's the name of our membership community, the Genius Vault. That's $8.99 a month. It comes out to like 45 cents a day, where we trade a particular strategy every night, every evening in the Asia session. Same time, same strategy every day. We trade it every day. Absolutely. Jay Boogie, you got it. You got it. Anyone who DM me, I'll definitely be getting at you shortly. I think that we're going to go ahead and jump off. Yep, market is very choppy, JR. For real. Huge consolidation area, though. Let me show that. Huge consolidation area on the 5-minute. Let me box that out. Right here. Oh, let me do this. Let me do it here. Right here. Huge consolidation area right here. And in consolidation areas, y'all know what that means, right? Possible breakout. But this is a pretty huge consolidation area right here. The only thing is that it's, what is it? It's 10:38 right now, Eastern time. Yes, still decent time for some volume. But as you can see, price is just consolidating. There's no directional bias, right? I mean, there's no trend direction at the moment. I mean, price has been trending bullish, but right now, at this point, it's consolidating. So, but yeah, let's see here. No, Juvier's trading vault. Oh, the last time I applied to the inner circle, it took me to a link for a trading vault. Oh, I'm sorry. The trading vault is where he has some courses. That's what it is. The trading vault, he has courses in the trading vault. Yes. Cool, Kendall. Grifter Hard, absolutely. I definitely get with y'all. I always answer my DMs. So that's always the best place to hit me. But yeah, I got y'all. It's all good. Other than that, I think we're going to get out of here. Not too much else going on. We can talk a little more about it through Discord, so I'm not keeping here. No, we're good. What you got? No, we're good. We can talk. It's good. Look, that's what I like. See, a lot of times too, I like to talk here because what that does is it allows other people and other members that are on stream. We could possibly be answering a question for them. You know what I'm saying? Or also giving them some insight too. So it's all good. So, but yeah, the trading vault is Juvier's. It's where I think you can purchase some of his trading materials. He has some courses and stuff in there in the trading vault. That's a little bit different than the inner circle. The inner circle is totally different. In the inner circle, you're going to get 1, 2, 3. You're going to get 4 coaches. You're going to get a plethora of resources. You're going to get a morning Zoom every day. I'm in there. Even though I do my live stream, but still, you're also going to get a morning Zoom in there. You can bounce back between both. I have a lot of community members. They bounce back between both. Some of them have both of them on. And yeah, it's a whole nother world in there. I recommend to anyone, if you can get into the inner circle, spend the money, get in there. I did. And was it worth it for me? It was worth it. Definitely was worth it. Absolutely. Best money that I've ever spent. Put like this, better than that $13,000 I spent on the master's degree that I have. I'm gonna keep it real. Better than that bread I spent. Just being honest. Like, yeah, I got a master's degree. Yeah, I got a master's degree in a pretty great sector of the economy, no doubt. Made pretty good money doing what I was doing, but still, failed investment. And someone would be like, that's crazy. How can you say it's a failed investment? Because the amount of money that I spent for that education, it only got me a job. I made good money in my job, but it's different if I had $113,000, and I was able to put that in trading. Think about that. That 113, I'd have flipped that to $250,000, $500,000 easy. And I would have freedom. That's the difference. I paid $113 to learn how to be a worker, not be an entrepreneur, being a slave to someone else's rhythm. I worked for a company that made $5 billion a year. Exactly. Well, I'm making $100-something thousand a year. Do that math. That's how I'm thinking. So there it is. Yeah, Inner Circle is dope, y'all. That's what's up, Mood. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, if you had trade trend line breakout, that's a setup. This is actually just a consolidation area. I'll show that to you again, Natalie. It's just a consolidation area. It's not a trend line breakout. It's a consolidation area. And usually when price consolidates, there's always a breakout. That's the way that price works. Because basically this consolidation area is just like price is like building up. Think about it like energy building up. And the bigger that it gets, the more pressure that's building up. And then at some point it's going to break out. But there's really no volume in the market right now. So as you see, this breakout doesn't have a lot of high volume. This would be, I would call this the intent candle, meaning this is the intentions of this trade breaking out. But you can see that this candle doesn't have a lot of volume. You know what I'm saying? So, and then also too, time of day, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I'm not looking to like take any trades or anything like that based off this. I was just kind of just giving some information. But yeah, but other than that, let's see here. School just teaches you how to become a better researcher with mounds of debt. For real. That's facts. Gotcha. But again, thank you for your help. I was debating on joining live today, and I'm glad I did because every time I join, you always have something to say and you find a way to help me. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That's what I'm here for. That guy do said, I've learned so much, watched Juvier's vids, and now you the last month, join the Inner Circle next month after I learn a bit more on my own. That's what's up. That's what's up. Do say or do set. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Hey man, we're grateful. Hey, I appreciate the graciousness, and I appreciate y'all tapping in with me. I appreciate y'all trusting me, you know what I'm saying, to help you carry on in your journey. So other than that, we're going to get out of here. So everybody that joined today that's new, welcome. Appreciate y'all. You can ask anybody in the comment section if you're new. If you're new, you can ask anyone in the comment section, like what this stream has done for them, and everybody will have some type of story, and it'll be positive. So there it is. And with that stated, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all as always. Shout out to the Edge Funder co-founders, my brothers, Juvier, Scalp God. Without them, we wouldn't be here. And other than that, y'all have a great remainder of y'all day. See some of y'all tomorrow. And I'll see the rest of y'all tonight in the Genius Vault. For all my members, if you're interested in a membership, just go to my my YouTube channel. Just join. It's $8.99 a month. It's like 45 cents a day. It ain't even about the money. So go figure that one out on your own. It ain't even about the money. 45 cents a day. What can you do with 45 cents a day where you can learn how to make hundreds or possibly even thousands of dollars? All right. So I'm just going to leave it there. With that stated, y'all have a blessed remainder of your day, and I'm signing off. Yee.